You can't not make an impact. And it's up to you to manage the type of impact you are making on other people. Apparently in a survey, 80% of people think of Barack Obama as having impact. And he will do, won't he? He's, President of the United States of America. But the other thing he has, as well as great strength, is an ability to connect with people. He connects with the American people, and that's what impact is. It's an ability to have strength, so people listen to you, but it's also an ability to connect, so through your warmth. Now, a lot of people think that you're born with impact. We talk about people like Nelson Mandela, they're just born with it. But actually, you can teach it, and I do that every day. So I deliver workshops, or I present like this, or I work one-to-one with people, and quite often people very senior in industry, so finance directors in big company names. Because often people can get a long way in their profession and be technically brilliant at what they do, but actually they've got away with not having to make that connection with the people that they lead. And all of a sudden they go into that next level and they need to fill that gap between merit and success, really. You have to do it all the time. Because people talk about personal brand, and I don't know if anybody's heard this quote, but Jeff Bezos of Amazon says that your personal brand is what people say about you when you're not in the room. So just think about that. What will people say about you if you weren't there? It's not how you think you come across, it's how people perceive you, it's that perception. In business, we tend to think, oh, are they more powerful than I am? Where am I in the pecking order? And this all goes back to caveman time. So this is why, whether we like it or not, we can't do a lot about it. Because when Mr. Caveman stepped out of his cave and was confronted by another caveman, what would he have looked at first of all, do you think? Yeah, has he got leopard print on, or maybe he's wearing gazelle? Exactly. Exactly, absolutely. It's all about how, he will look at what he's wearing and he'll say, is he one of my tribe? Now we do this, don't we? We say, oh, are they like me? Are they one of us? We look at what people are wearing and say, are they one of my tribe? Then there are the blind spots. Now these are the bits that I'm talking about that people are uncomfortable with. Because these are the bits that people can see about you, but you're not aware of yourself. Now this is what we find when we do this feedback, and I always call this the gold dust. Now when I'm dealing with really quite senior executives, this can be really quite traumatic for them, because they've got so far in the career and always been told they're really good, and then they might get a piece of feedback and tells them, well, actually your team feel you don't connect with them very well, or you don't have much empathy with your team. All different things that come back and hit them a little bit like a ton of bricks. And it can be really quite unnerving for them. What I would like to do is I would like you just to all put your hands on your chin for me. But there are a number of people that have got their hands on their cheek at the moment. I asked you to put your hand on your chin, and that just shows you the power of body language. Your body language will always trump your words, okay? So body language is incredibly powerful. There are statistics to say that only 7% of your message is actually communicated by the words that come out of your mouth, and we've probably just demonstrated that there. The body language that we often talk about is closed body language, and we often display this when we're a little bit nervous, so we tend to make ourselves smaller and close. Now if somebody displays a closed body language to you, it's always a good idea just to hand them something, because if you hand them something, then they automatically have to open up their body language to you, and you're able to build rapport again. If you stand in a certain way, in a strong way, and you can see Mick Jagger and Oprah doing it here, in a very strong stance, they've shown that you can reduce your cortisol by about 20%, which is a huge amount. And you can increase your testosterone by about 20% as well. which is, you know, nearly a 40% improvement in your performance. And this isn't just a mental thing. This is something that physically happens for at least 20 minutes. And you do this by power posing. So I'm going to ask you all to stand up, please, and we're going to power pose. And if you all stand up and just put your arms out to the side. And if you were to stand like this for just 2 minutes, that's all it takes, 2 minutes, your hormone ratio will change and you will physically be more equipped to be more confident. Listening isn't waiting for your turn to speak in the conversation. How many times do we do that? We're listening to somebody and we're planning what we're going to say in response to them. And when you get networking in a business situation, this happens more and more. But truly listen to what somebody's saying, and it's very, very powerful. You'll also hear a lot of things that you might have missed if you were thinking about other things as well. It's not just the words that you choose, but it's the pace, how you show the excitement. So, for example, when we get faster, if anybody listens to football commentary, people like Alan Green or the European sports commentators, they get faster and faster and faster, and the pitch gets higher and higher. And they're losing that gravitas, but they're showing that passion and their excitement all through their voice. So just think about your voice and how it comes across. Also have a think about your voicemail message as well on your answer phone. How does it come across on there?